Hi, I'm Molly and welcome back to Media Pool. In this video essay, I will be reflecting on viral media theory, specifically Berger's steps framework. I'll also explore how I've developed creative and practical skills throughout the module with specific focus on pre-production planning and camera work. Viral media can be described as any social media that has gained popularity by being shared and recommended through online and offline sharing recommendations. While there are important contagious characteristics to implement in each video, these were utilised in relation to the video's genre. My first project was an informal digital marketing video focusing on London's East End to influence consumer behaviour and travel decision making. I picked this destination as there is already a lot of interest and social engagement around this location and user-generated travel content in general. I picked a vlog style following an article I read which reported that travellers are spending more time watching online videos than ever before and that travel vlogs receive 4 times the social engagement than other types of travel content on YouTube. In crafting this place marketing video, I wanted to construct a destination image which would attract tourism and visitors to East London. A destination image is made up of the beliefs, ideas and impressions a person holds about a certain destination. To do this, I thought about the ideas and impressions East London already have. I then positioned myself as a presenter to discuss my experience and shared perception of East London, to construct an engaging story focused around a single day. As Turner et al. Argues, the tourist's gaze is manipulated so that it falls upon what the gazer expects to see. Therefore, I decided to emphasise cultural, natural and leisure aspects of East London to reinforce its creative and trendy destination image and reinforce tourist gaze. My second video was of the educational genre and focused on the topic of city branding. The video utilised non-formal active learning and was aimed at students to positively enhance their subject knowledge. Following a lecture on the educational genre on the 14th of November, I decided to align my video with the non-formal learning style because I wanted to hold the interest of my target audience and encourage them to develop knowledge in a light manner. I chose a loosely organised structure, set explicit learning objectives and shared information which could be used to supplement existing academic knowledge. In creating my educational video, I endeavoured to follow Gual et al.'s characteristics of an engaging educational video, ensuring it was relatively short and snappy and featured lively, direct narration. I would also argue that a variety of shots, animation and B-roll is equally important for creating an engaging educational video, which was not highlighted by Gual. In his New York Times bestseller Contagious, Why Things Catch On, Berger identified 6 characteristics which will enable advertisers and creatives to craft contagious content. Prior to my lecture on the 10th of October on defining virality, I wasn't aware of using triggers to create contagious content. While using triggers is clearly an effective strategy to encourage virality, I found it more difficult to brainstorm how I would implement triggers in video content. This may indicate that some of Berger's characteristics are easier to apply to some mediums than others. For example, the contagious characteristics of public content may be more applicable to advertising campaigns compared to a tweet. In my marketing and educational video, I decided to utilise Berger's contagious characteristics in order to encourage virality and also grab the audience's attention. In my place marketing video, which highlighted the top spots in East London, I decided to design the video around social currency and practical value because I thought it was the most useful for the topic and genre. I enhanced the social currency of my place marketing video by providing more information on an already desirable and popular location. I did this through finding the inner remarkability of the East End and making people feel like insiders by suggesting tips and promoting word-of-mouth marketing from a local perspective. I was inspired by a reading I did by Reno, who reported that tourists decide what they want to do based on the experience of other like-minded tourists. Therefore, I decided to make an effort to introduce myself in the video and include clips of me visiting and experiencing each place, even showing my social media so that my target audience were given more context and encouraged to trust the destination image I'd promoted. The practical value in the video came from recommending cafes, travel routes and points of interest to potential visitors. I highlighted the value of information by sharing my connection and personal views on East London in my role as a presenter. Focusing on this characteristic improved my video by guiding the narration to places people should go in order to have good experiences. The narrative structure, which was focused around a typical day, also helped to improve its social currency and practical value. This structure encouraged viewers to adjust their behaviour and consider visiting the places I'd recommended in a similar order. In my educational video, I focused on practical value and stories, similarly because I thought it was most applicable to the genre and straightforward to utilise. The practical value of this video was in explaining and helping communication and media students understand city branding. I enhanced practical value by breaking down information into manageable chunks and focusing on central ideas. I highlighted key quotes and used imagery and examples throughout to enliven the text, engage audiences and provide context. After reading Berger's description of stories being vessels for ideas, I decided to include a case study of the I Love New York logo, which many viewers shared that they already had an interest in learning more about. I explained the story of the logo and how branding improved New York's economy to entertain and carry deeper lessons on city branding. I think the use of this story really effectively expressed information on city branding and logos, which would have been quite flat otherwise. This case study also helped reinforce points I'd made and therefore improved the flow and quality of learning for viewers. Moving forward, this understanding of Berger's contagious characteristics will help me create media content that is able to overcome resistance to sharing and also reach audiences. To develop my understanding of viral media theory, I definitely want to experiment with utilising different contagious characteristics in video, media content, and do some more reading and research on the topic. Throughout the module, I was also able to develop creative and technical skills through practical modules, masterclasses, and informally through my own research. Pre-production is the process of planning some of the elements involved in any production, including video. Prior to this module, I'd never thoroughly planned a video before. However, following a dedicated lecture on the 17th of October, I became aware of the various elements involved. For each of my videos, I created a social video script. Following an example I was shown in my lecture, I placed dialogue on the left and visual content on the right to allow for clear and simple alignment of visual content with audio. Completing a comprehensive social video script was incredibly useful in helping me improve the impact and engagement of my video, such as including calls to action and simplifying the text. In our team project, collaborating on and presenting the video script was a vital part of our client pitch and enabled the client and stakeholders to visualise and provide feedback on our video concepts. Looking back, I think our collaboration on the script made it difficult to achieve a consistent tone and overall narrative flow. However, I think from creating numerous scripts and receiving constructive criticism, I've really learned how important it is to create a really detailed and extensive script, particularly when you're pitching to clients. The next element I was introduced to was storyboarding. The storyboard sets out a production scene by scene. It helps the creator visualise the composition and setting of each shot. In my group project, we decided to divide this task between us in order to experiment with different mediums and styles of storyboarding. I think this was beneficial in encouraging teamwork and setting expectations. However, using multiple techniques for storyboarding may have not presented the clearest visual style for our clients to review. We also did not storyboard the entire video, which perhaps could have improved the final pitch. While my final videos did differ from the original storyboards, I think this attention to pre-production planning was incredibly beneficial in guiding a sense of visuals, encouraging teamwork, and also providing direction for the shot list. In this module, I learned how important camera work and shot composition is to the quality of the content and to audience engagement. While I was familiar with using a camera before and I did know a bit about shot composition, such as the rule of thirds, a camera skills workshop that we had on the 21st of October really helped to clarify some important factors to consider when shooting. Lighting sets the foundation, and in the workshop it was reiterated how important it was for creating high quality, successful videos. In our practical sessions, we experimented with shooting in a range of environments, which was valuable in understanding how lighting sets the mood and can reflect the genre of the video. It also made me think about how lighting can influence the emotion and impact of the final video. In my digital marketing video, I ensured that subjects were illuminated with natural, direct sunlight when possible, and particularly for the vlog style shots as recommended in the workshop. An attention to lighting ensured the video portrayed an optimistic, favourable destination image and encouraged positive perceptions from the target audience. Optimum lighting was harder for the exterior shots where the weather was overcast, but I tackled this by editing the footage or cutting out shots when necessary. However, following a technical skills masterclass with Matt Tingle on the 2nd of March, I realised I could have adjusted the aperture and ISO more sensitively to prevent this overexposure. Inspired by a pen casting session on the 18th of November, I decided to introduce handwritten graphics in both my videos to give useful examples, calls to action and additional information in an engaging, personal format. While using Adobe Draw provided more flexibility in producing handwritten text, I think pen casting may have provided more interest due to its animated nature. While some viewers commented that the text wasn't very clear, there was a general positive reaction to this creative technique, which really inspired me to learn more about digital illustration. In conclusion, my developed understanding of Berger's steps framework enabled me to design and produce 2 viral videos from key genres. In this module, I was also able to develop knowledge and practice on lighting, composition and creative techniques. This enabled me to produce high quality, engaging individual videos and work on a team project.